myself Sangeetha from microbiology department. So today we see about biopesticides. So before we go for biopesticides, we need to know what is pest. So pest, it is a small animals or insects which damage the agricultural crops and food products. Okay. So first, biopesticide. So why we use pesticide means it will damage every agricultural crops and food products. So if it damage means we didn't get food properly. So we have to use biopesticides, or before that we use chemical pesticides. Nowadays we use biopesticides because of the drawbacks and disadvantages what we are seen in the chemical pesticides. Okay, so what is biopesticide? So it is a formulation made from naturally occurring substances. Okay, so what is that naturally occurring substances means? Either it should be microorganisms or plant products or anything. So later on we will see about that. So biopesticide, it is preparation from naturally occurring substance which controls pest by non-toxic mechanisms. Okay, so what is this non-toxic mechanism means? This biopesticide kills the target pest only. It doesn't have any side effect or ill effects or toxic effects on humans, environments and plants which was present in the environment. Okay, so that is non-toxic mechanism and in eco-friendly manner. So what is eco-friendly manner? So it doesn't sustain in the environment as such for a long period of time, because it is a biopesticide. It should degrade easily. Okay, so in that way it should work as a eco-friendly manner. So biopesticides, it may be derived from animals, plants, microorganisms and the other living organisms. So examples for animals should be nematodes. So nematodes, it is a small living organisms like parasitoids. So it should damage the pest, it should damage the crops. So nematode should be used as a biopesticides. And for example for plants, chrysanthemum and azadirachta. So these plant material should be used as a biopesticides. And microorganisms examples, Bacillus thuringiensis, Trichoderma, nucleopolyhedrosis virus, and then living organisms like natural enemies, that is predators and parasitoids. So we later on we will see in detail about this examples. Okay, and what are the main advantages of biopesticides? Or these are generally less toxic to the user and non-target organism, that is the person who applied the biopesticides to the field. So that for that person, and for non-target organisms also, it should less toxicity effect only. So it is the main advantage of the biopesticides. So if that advantage makes desirable, it should be used as a tools in the disease management of agricultural crops. Okay. So already we see the advantages. So now in detail about the advantages of biopesticides. So it is inherently less harmful and less environmental load. So less harmful means it only target the pest, target pest only. It should not target any other organisms, plants, animals which should be present in the environment. So it is less harmful to other living things and less environmental load. That is, it should not sustain for a long period in the environment or soil itself, because it should be easily degraded by the soil microorganisms. So there will be less environmental load in the environment, and it should be designed to target only one pest. That is, specifically it should target only one pest or attack only one pest, or it should be designed to attack a few organisms. Okay, so in both the way we have to design, and it should often effective in very small quantities and also decompose quickly. So small quantities, in very small quantities itself, it very effectively control the pest or kill the pest, and it should decompose quickly. So because of this advantage in small quantities, it leads to lower exposure of the biopesticides to the environment, and it decomposes quickly. It results in avoiding the pollution problems. So it doesn't have cause any more pollutions in the environment, that is soil as well as in the air also. And it should be used as a component in integrated pest management. So what is integrated pest management? So it is the method, two or more methods we can combine together to control the pest populations. So that is integrated pest management. So in this integrated pest management, this biopesticides contributes more in that. Okay, so next, types of biopesticides. So these are the different types of biopesticides what we have used nowadays. So first, microbial pesticides, and then plant incorporated protectants, biochemical pesticides, botanical pesticides, and then biotic agents. In biotic agents, we have to see about parasitoids and predators. So now we will see in detail about this types of biopesticides. Okay. So first we see about microbial pesticides. So in the name itself, we should know in this type of pesticides we use microorganisms. Okay. So the microorganisms you should use as a whole, or you should use the toxic which was secreted by the microorganisms, either as a whole organism or the toxins produced by the organisms. In this, we have used this microbial pesticides. So it should be, how it should apply means, it should be applied as a spray in liquid form. So whether it is in liquid form means it should be applied as a spray, or it is in powder form means it should be applied as a dust or granules. It should disperse as dust or granules. And the main advantage or the main strength, greatest strength of this microbial pesticide is the specificity. That is, it specifically kills the target organisms. So it is non-toxic and non-pathogenic to other animals and plants. So other animals, humans, plants, what are all present in that particular environment where you should apply the microbial biopesticides, it should non-toxic to others. Okay, and non-pathogenic also. And microbial pesticides, these are examples for microbial pesticides, that is insecticides, fungicides, herbicides, and sometimes the growth regulators which was present in the microbes or which secreted by the microbes, it should also be used as a microbial pesticides. Okay. Next, some of the example for microbial pesticides. So first we see about Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus thuringiensis. So it was first discovered in Japan in early 20th century, and it was first commercialized. So in which country means in France in 1938. So before 20th century, we all use only chemical fertilizers. So this is a main microbial pesticides what we have used nowadays more. Okay, and this Bacillus thuringiensis pesticides, it controls Lepidopterus pest, that is butterflies like insects. So that type of insects should be controlled by this Bacillus thuringiensis. So it controls mainly American bollworm in cotton. So in cotton crops, American bollworm, it should be controlled by this BT, and rice crop, it should control stem borer pest. So these two types of pests should be controlled by using this Bacillus thuringiensis. So how it works, in which mechanisms it should control the pest means, so the BT, so this organisms, it was ingested by the pest larvae. So larvae stage of the pest consumes this Bacillus thuringiensis organisms. In the midgut of the larvae, it should damage the midgut of the larvae, and it dies the pest. Okay, so in that mechanisms it works. And how the BT preparations are produced by using produce means by using their subspecies. So Bacillus thuringiensis subspecies Fustaki, Galeriae and Dendrolimus. So by using these subspecies of Bacillus thuringiensis, they have to produce Bacillus thuringiensis pesticides. So next example is Agrobacterium radiobacter, so which secretes an antibiotic called agrocin. Okay, so this bacteria, it is also a bacteria. So it is used to treat roots during transplanting that checks crown gall. Okay, so during transplantation, the roots can be treated with this Agrobacterium radiobacter. It controls the crown gall disease. Okay, so crown gall disease, it is nothing. The abnormal growth of the plant, that is said to be crown gall. So the abnormal growth of leaves, twigs, shoots, so all this comes under crown gall. So that disease should be controlled by using this Agrobacterium. So crown gall, where in which plants the crown gall disease is seen means in peaches, grapevine, roses and various plants. So various plants. So for all these plants, this Agrobacterium tumefaciens cause crown gall disease. So this should be controlled by using this Agrobacterium. So how it works? So this organism has two important features. So what are the features means? It can able to colonize more in number. So it should colonize the host in more number. So it will control the pest specifically and highly manner. Okay, and then it produces an antibiotic, that is agrocin. So it produces that particular antibiotic, and that agrocin antibiotic, it should be toxic to Agrobacterium tumefaciens. So it kills the Agrobacterium tumefaciens, then the crop should be protected. Next, Pseudomonas fluorescens. It secretes a component called phenazine. Okay, so this bacteria, it is used to control damping off. So damping off means after seedling or after germination, the shoots of the plant should fallen off. Okay, fallen off from the plant. So that is said to be damping off. So it was caused by different microbial species, that is Pythium species, Rhizoctonia solani and Gamenomyces graminis. So all these species causes damping off, which was controlled by Pseudomonas fluorescens. Okay. So this Pseudomonas organism, it has the ability to grow quickly in the rhizosphere space. Okay. So what is rhizosphere means? The space in and around the roots, the soil in and around the roots, that place is said to be rhizosphere. So in that area, these organisms can grow quickly and protect the plants by secreting the phenazine components. Okay. So next example, Trichoderma. So it is a fungicide. This also act against soil-borne diseases like root rot. Okay. And it is also used against Nectia galligena, that causes silver leaf disease of fruit trees by entering through pruning wounds. So this Trichoderma, it can also use to control silver leaf disease. So many fruit plants like apple, so in that plants it causes silver leaf disease, that is the leaf should be appear as grey or ash color. So that should be controlled by using this Trichoderma. How the organism enter into the plants means through pruning wounds. Okay, for vegetation purpose or the unwanted parts of the plant should be cutted. No? So in that wounds, it should enter into the plants and cause silver leaf disease. So that should also controlled by using Trichoderma organism. So till that we see about microbial pesticides. So in that we see different types of organisms which should be used to control the pest population. So next we see about plant incorporated protectants. So in the topic itself, some ideas you got, that is plant incorporated protectants, that is the genes which secrete the pesticides. That gene should be entered into the or incorporated into the plants, and it should be used as a microbial pesticides. Sorry, it should be used as a pesticides. So the pesticidal substance that plant produce from the genetic material that has been added to the plant, that is the gene, it should incorporated into the plant, and that gene secretes the pesticides. That pesticides kills the pest. Okay. So as the pest feed on such plants, they will eventually die. So the gene incorporated plants, the pest which feeds on the gene incorporated plants, it should die because of the secretion of the pesticides. Okay. So next one type is botanical pesticides. So in this also, botanical means we should use the plant or plant parts. So we use plant parts to control the pest population. So these are also naturally occurring plant materials. Okay, so either it may be a crude preparation or diluted one we should use. Okay, so it is the crude preparation of plant parts. We should ground to produce a dust or powder, and this can be used in full strength or diluted form. So we should use the plant part. It should be make it as a powder. So after that, as such, you can use it as a pesticide, or it should be diluted with a carrier. So what carrier here we use means clay and talc or diatomaceous earth. So all these carrier particles should be added with the powder. Okay, so plant parts powder, we make powder from the plant parts. So both this can combine and make it as a pesticides and apply to the field. Okay, so mainly azadirachtin active. So it is a component which secretes or which was present in the neem seeds. So neem seeds which contains azadirachtin component. So it mainly affects both reproductive and the digestive process of the pest. So in this way it works. And several plant-based insecticides, for example, nicotinoids, natural pyrethrins, rotinoids, neem products, etc. So all this should be used as a plant-based insecticides or botanical pesticides. Okay. So next, biochemical pesticides. So what is biochemical? The metabolic process which should happen in the organisms. So through that metabolic process, we should get some energy, hormones, whatever we need, whatever our body needs. Okay, so in that biochemical pesticides, so this is also a naturally occurring substance, that is insect hormones. So in human we said hormones, in case of insect we said pheromones. Okay, so this pheromones, it should be used as a pesticides in case of biochemical pesticides. So insect sex pheromones we should use. So how it works means it interferes with mating that attract insect pest to traps. So this pheromones, it interferes with the mating of insect. So the mating process of the pest should be disturbed by this pheromones. So in this way, this biochemical pesticides will work. So the synthetic attractants are used in one of the 4 ways. So this synthetic attractants, that is pheromones. So this pheromones, it should be used in one of the 4 ways which was given here. So how it works means it should be used as a attractants to monitor the pest populations. Okay, so how much pest should enter into that particular field, where it is available. So that is all we should monitor by using this pheromones as an attractants. And in second way, it should be used as an attractants to trap a pest population. So to trap particular pest population, we use this pheromones as an attractant, and it is used as a broadcast signal which disrupts insect mating. So it should be used as an attractant, and by disrupting the mating of the insect pest. And it should be used as an attract in a bait containing an insecticides. So how we catch the fish by using small fish or worms. So like that, in the bait, this pheromones should be used as an attractive to control the. So next type is biotic agents or natural enemies. So in this we see about predators. So predators, we already know about predators. So it will kill and eat the other organism, that should be called it as prey. Okay, so the predators, it consumes several to many prey. So different types of prey and more number of prey, it should be eaten by the predators. Okay, so during their development, so in their development stage, it should eat more prey. And these predators are free living, and it is usually bigger size as that of the prey. So it is usually bigger than the prey, then only it should kill and eat the prey. Okay, so example for these predators are lady beetles, row beetles, and many ground beetles, lacewings, true bugs like Bodices and Aureus, and syrphid fly larvae, mantids, spiders, and mites like Phytocoelus and Amblicius. So all these are examples for predators, and these predators will kill the insect as a prey. Okay, so these are the structures of ladybird beetle and lacewings. So next we see about parasitoids. So parasitoids, it is also insect control mechanism. So it should be in small, almost same size or small size than the pest. Okay, and it should always kills the host, because their development stage will always takes place upon the host or inside the host. Because of this reason, it always kills the insect pest. Okay, so an adult parasitoid which deposits one or more eggs on the host surface or internal also. So host surface or internal of the host also, it should deposit the eggs. After that, the larvae hatch out from the eggs. It should feed on the host. So it should feed internally or externally of the host body fluids or host tissues. So it should feed, and it should degrade the, or it should destroy the pest. Okay, so in that way, this parasitoid will kill the pest. So this should be used as also a microbial. Sorry, it should be used also as a pesticides. Okay, so example for this parasitoids are Petiplectus, Trichogramma, Encasia and Muscidiflurax. So these are all example for parasitoids. So this is the diagram in which the egg should be deposited on the surface of the habitats of the pest. Okay. Thank you.